gave our gifts to the honorable guests and the members of the bench who have used to come and grace this seminar this occasion. So now Mr. President Rehan Aziz Malik to present Sindhi Topi and Ajrak. Now
request our chairman for MIA AMCC, Mr. Muhammad Afaq Ali, to come on the stage and introduce us on the understanding of mediation.
To sincerely acknowledge the efforts of those who came forward and contributed towards the success of this event and making it this grand. Is resolved through mediation, and in the event it is not succeeded, then it goes to the court. Your Honor, here I want to share my experience that registration for mediator skills training is costly when any participant go abroad like UK and any other countries. And the participants shall also have to bear boarding and lodging expenses, which approximately comes to 2.5 million rupees of each participant. As it is my experience when I went UK for the training from Central Effective Dispute Resolution. Therefore, I think that it is too costly and everybody cannot either afford or go abroad. Working towards a negotiation agreement of a dispute or differences with the parties. Actually, mediator is to facilitate dialogues and negotiations between if the parties have any question at this stage. Thereafter, also take the opening statement wherein ask each party to make an opening session. Thereafter, in exploration phase, remind the parties that everything they say is confidential unless they tell you otherwise. And then in bargaining phases, the mediator use negotiation skills to help the parties formulate and exchange over effectively. A joint meeting or as a neutral negotiator moving from room to room. It may be appropriate that to bring parties together to conclude the bargaining and or discuss the detail of draft the settlement. Purpose of the concluding phase is to refine and finalize settlement terms.
Mr. Nazar Hassan is the Group Head Special Asset Management.
Dispute comprise of various reasons. Either there is a security collateralization dispute is there, or might be the calculations of the markups and accruals been made by the bank is not correct, and once the amicable resolution not immediately arrive, these matters refer to the litigation team. Sorted instantly, which is again a very cost-effective element, wherein the bank has obtained various options like filing of the criminal proceeding, winding up petitions, and follow the attachment of the properties, and that dispute is become bigger and bigger, and the amicable solution is not happening, and the customer is taking the leverage of the lethargic litigation process, which is average comprised of at least 2 to 3 years to arrive a decree for the bank, and followed by the execution in courts and disposal of the assets, which leads to the recovery for the bank, and eventually settlement is arrived on table. 99% cases arrive through negotiation and on the table, and even the court allowed decree execution is not possible because of the various legal processes which we are lacking, and this again lead to the opportunities. Appeal before various courts in different point in time. Even the lower court allows a judgment decree to the bank, they file appeal before high court and then lead to the Supreme Court, and this process take at least 15 to 20 years for where the customer is following all forums to take the relief. But
with regard to the dispute resolution, you see, it might not have the legal backing as such, because there are hardly any statutory provision whereby you can insist a party to come to the mediation. So it requires a persuasion and giving the understanding to the litigant parties to try to get resolve their dispute through mediation. And of course, it depends upon the nature of the society in which you are living. It requires to be educated, and perhaps this is the purpose of this the MIA as well as other mediation centers. We have as such recognized or allowed two mediation centers under the auspices of the Sindh High Court, because we recognize and we want that the workload which is on the courts, high courts and as well as the court, can be somehow reduced. So I have prepared some bullet points. So I'll give you some bullet points for information with regard to the today's topic. In my understanding, mediation is a collaborative approach aiming to resolve disputes amicably without going through traditional litigation process. Not only the benefits of mediation is an alternative to the formal litigation, but also the success of mediation is in various jurisdictions is now recognized worldwide. You can understand that. Countries such as the United States, Australia, and several European nations have embraced mediation as a, I'm sorry, I'm not having my glasses, cornerstone of their legal system. The benefits of mediation, including its cost effectiveness, swiftness, and preservation of relationship, have led to its widespread adoption in commercial, civil, and even family disputes. But this is not enough, according to me. It requires further, perhaps, enactments so that the mediation can be given some sort of a legal cover as well. Then, to facilitate the mediation, the Sindh High Court has established a court and its mediation center within its premises at Karachi, with the primary aim of promoting expeditious resolution of disputes through mediation in cases referred to the center by the courts. The center is effectively working since 11th August 2023. The progress at court annexed instituted by the Honorable Chief Justice of Pakistan for implementing the legal framework of the ADR in Pakistan. Though it has a different scope, ADR has a legal backing, but somehow it is relatable to the subject. Presently, two judicial officers, a senior civil judge and a civil family judge, are actively working as mediators to conduct mediation in cases referred by the Sindh High Court, Karachi, and 5 district courts of Karachi. So far, a total of 49 cases have been referred to court and its mediation center by the different courts, including Sindh High Court, since 11 August 2023, out of which 21 of them culminated into a settlement and 16 cases disputes returned unsuccessful, while 12 cases disputes are still under mediation. So it is a reasonable, you can say, a success rate. The success ratio in mediation of cases so far is 57%. It will increase, inshallah, which is encouraging and indicating a positive trend in outcomes. Besides courts and its mediation center, the Sindh High Court has also recognized two organizations, namely MIC, ADR, who have arranged this program today. इसको गालिबन ये इसका वो पूरा है मुसालेहा इंटरनेशनल सेंटर फॉर आर्बिट्रेशन एंड डिस्प्यूट रेजोल्यूशन. बहरहाल इन्होंने इंग्लिश और उर्दू का अच्छा कॉम्बिनेशन किया है. एंड IBA Karachi has approved ADR center, which are also actively working. The High Court Bar Association marks a significant stride towards promoting mediation. This initiative not only promises expedited resolution of the dispute for litigants, but also showcases the potential effectiveness compared to the prolonged litigation. Moreover, it is anticipated that mediation will alleviate the burden on the courts in the long run and prove beneficial for the entire legal fraternity.